All right. Hello, everybody. All right. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? So I was just reading all the names here. Giorgio, Marco. Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. So yes, there's always, a few seconds delay, but here we are. And Enrique, Randy, Jom, Leon. I play six strings. That's good. That's a good name. Caroline, Nexion, Justin, Alan Woodward. How are you? Juan Ignacio, Diego Garber, Satvik. Welcome to the new ones, the new guitar hackers, as I could say. Let me know if you're new here. I see a lot of names that I know already, my friends, and I'm back to my, my corner here of my working space, working room, and I'm glad to be back after 5 weeks in Franklin, Tennessee, and then 8 days in quarantine in a hotel here in Finland, and we are here. All right, so yeah, let me know if you're new here, and John, thank you. We got a T-shirt, nice. Bonjour, Gregory. Yeah, so I was reading the questions, and I'm always open to read your questions here. But of course, the rule is the most voted question is the one that I will talk about. And I think it's very clear that everybody wants to talk about Eddie Van Halen. And I will have my friend, the Bossa Nova friend. I saw the message there. That's pretty cool. I remember that. And yeah, what about talking about a little bit about Eddie Van Halen? I think would be I was just listening to some Van Halen, thinking what to say, because of course I'm a big fan of Eddie Van Halen, and I might maybe I remember some little things, but I don't know how to play any of his solos or so. But if you guys think it's a good thing, we can analyze and listen together and analyze kind of the way I do when I listen to other guitar players and try to figure out what they're doing, but not necessarily learning note per note. And then that's what I do now, and that's what I did back in the day. I mean, when I was like 20 years ago or something. But what about that? So let me read a little bit more. Satvik, yeah. Tadeusiak. Oh, that's a difficult name for me. Hey, Steve Kennedy. Oh, that's easier to pronounce. Enrique Rivera. All right. Okay, it's Luis Rios. Yeah. So, yeah, as I'm mentioning, Eddie is a good thing. So, let me know what you guys know about Eddie Van Halen. So when I think about many things to talk about. The song, the compositions, mainly the songs. Was a Van Halen style of having a main riff, and then the chorus would be the riff, right? So first of all, let me double check that everything is working here. Just let me know if my voice is good, the audio is good, because the last live we did, I was in Tennessee, right? So it's a long time that I don't use this equipment here. So let me see. Let me know if it's all good here, or if I play, it's working. Let me know. That is not much into Van Halen. Oh, good. Voice and audio are great. Okay, cool. So good. All right, so when I think about Van Halen, the first thing the composition I was saying, like, so the riff, right? I don't know how to play it. I'm gonna be embarrassed here because I don't know how to play it. Right? I don't know how to play those songs. But anyways, so it's a riff, and then the chorus is kind of the riff that is presented in the beginning of the song. That's kind of the structure in most of the songs. So that's one thing, the composition. But the solos, you have. I remember one of the first licks that I learned was like this lick. Was one of my first guitar lessons. I mean, probably not the first guitar lesson, and probably I took a few months to play that lick, but I remember that. So we had a lot of these bluesy licks, right? The blues, right, with the tapping. So Van Halen had a lot of those tappings, as everybody knows, with the open strings as well. Right, pretty cool. That's what I remember about Eddie when he played. Let me see if my images, everything's working here. Great, everything's working. Just a second, yeah. Organize the windows here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. So this, right, and the tappings, everybody know about the tapping, but he used to do like some easy stuff that gives a cool effect. The simple things with the cool effect. Those slides, and then of course have you ever thought about the arpeggio that he's playing? I don't know if he was conscious about, but that's a 2/5. Is here is like an A minor, right? And then right, and then this is, what is this? It's a D major, so he's playing like A minor, D major. So it's always triads. He used to play a lot of triads. And then go down here. The same thing, but D minor, G major. That thing, that sound, right? So D minor, G major. So it's like A minor, D major, and then the D major goes D minor, G major. He was probably not really thinking about the triads, just like, just sound cool and sound natural. It sounds familiar because the 2/5 is very familiar. And then, and then here just move and one step up, right? And then you go to the next string. So you go a fourth, and then a G minor and a C major. But that would be the chords. But it's a good exercise if you try to visualize the A minor. D minor, because then you can change for D major. So it's nice because you can, if you know that, you can change to D minor. And then you do D minor and A major or something like that. You start creating something new and something that you own based on the Hot for Teacher, but not really copying, like. Or let's see if it works. So same idea, but now it's like D minor, and A major, the opposite, right? So then you have like a 5-1 to a minor chord, and then, sounds completely different, but it's exactly the same technique and the same idea. So that's something that if you want to compose and create your own stuff, you still like an artist, right? There's a book about, with that title. Still like an artist. So you get the idea, but you do something else with that idea. And then you could even go like to the fourth. Let's see. Yeah. Then you go, in fourth the same way he did. So, but of course, doing like D Dorian, because that's what he's doing. You guys know about the modes, right? I don't want to go start talking about the modes now, but there's a D Dorian. And the A Dorian, then it goes to D Dorian, then it goes to G Dorian. So it's a happier mode. So it's a little bit more, a little bit happier than the one that I played, D minor. So it's, sad and more classical, neoclassical. Then you cannot not go to the F sharp, because then it's like all minor and then suddenly go like, happy. But the Van Halen, of course, if you look all those Van Halen songs, most of them very happy, like the hard rock, very happy. Guitar pick. Going to the black hole. Oh, sorry. That's why I have this here. And then more picks all over the flying around the room. It's a lot of major chords, right? We can talk about riffs if you guys want, but coming back here. Which is like Surfing with the Alien from Satriani has this thing. No, it's the Sats Boogie or something that he has like doing the modes. We talked about this, I think in another live. So, another thing that Van Halen used to play a lot is like easy fingering. So here he plays like the same shape. I think in other solos he'll do. Right, the I don't know how to play, but like the jump, the same shape, whatever, because if you do the same shape, what's gonna happen is like maybe 1 or 2 notes gonna be off, but it's fast and has like the symmetry, and then sounds interesting and sounds different, and then those 2 notes that are outside, it sounds like a cool fusion-like kind of a sound. And then if Van Halen used to always say that his hero was Alan Holdsworth. So for sure he was doing, Alan Holdsworth kind of thing, like those kind of open stretch legatos. So this is a E minor. This is a B minor. Now it's a G minor, right? It's a minor arpeggio. Then you can play here. I use that a lot, so I learned that from Eddie Van Halen, probably, right? What else? Let me read what you guys are talking about. Yeah. Yes, Sachi Boogie. Yeah, pitch axis. Oh yeah. The pitch axis, like fancy names. Yeah. In the back room, stacks of. I have like a pile of guitar picks. Yeah, man, I hate trying to find guitar picks. I hate that. I think that's what happened to Jeff Beck, and then at some point he just like forget about guitar picks. Um, all right. Anyone here? I can find the mode shape. Oh yeah, the mode shape. Yeah, let's not mix the stuff. We can figure out. Yeah. Okay. Support. Yeah. Good. And all right. Any question about the Van Halen? Is it good? We're talking. I'm just like trying to remember the things that I like from Van Halen that comes to mind. Another thing that I like, and then it's easy to do to get that sound is like, or like up, kind of that. I don't know if we used to do like this, but getting like let's see, yeah. Instead, I play like that, right? Like very parallel to the strings, but he would do like this and kind of, like it's like like kind of cleaning your nails, like, you know, you know, or as, or like taking a knife with a spoon, like, something like that. So you have that sound. So that's very, very Van Halen. Let me see. Not all the time, but So what else? What else? And well, of course, the tremolo, right? From one pentatonic to the other one, using the tremolo to get there. Yeah, that's very Van Halen, of course. Right, but he was. I don't know how to. I don't know how to do like the way. I don't know. No, major. He plays major and then he goes Phrygian. Right? Who showed you the G major code for the modes? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's a G major code for the modes. Did you discover it? Yeah, this buzz. Yeah, this. I think it's just like. I mean, if I would play that, I would. But he used to play with, but he used to use like a thinner pick. Maybe that helps. I'll just hold with this, but that's not my thing to do like this. I should practice. Like this, maybe is easy. Right. Another thing, well, the tremolo. Another thing, he had this. So like. Right. So this. Yeah, he used like a thinner pick, like a very thin. So I think it would be easier to do this like very light. So I had to practice. I remember there was a time that I was able to do this. Have to find, yeah, like this. Not so good. So I'll do it like this, more safer for me. So back here. right? What else? What else? And then that's a pattern that I like. Actually, I think I didn't put this pattern in the seventh factor, which is maybe one day but now's the time. Uh, this one. So it's mixing legato and alternate picking. Uh, Sorry, pick 1, 2, 3, and then legato. So then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Right? Something like this. I think he used that pattern in the Spanish Fly with acoustic guitar, which is crazy. All right. The code is what you gave us in the mode training using the 6. I don't know what you guys are talking about, this code. But anyways. Yeah, Spanish Fly. He used that pattern. And then I think he used in other moments. So it's kind of like, if you really think, he was always using something that's very, I mean, it's not easy to play, but it's very comfortable to play, you know. This thing, once you get it, very relaxed, the tremolo, and those patterns that kind of following like a shape, like 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, you know. Or, you know, 4 notes per strings here, and then legato and alternate picking. So it's not all the time alternate picking because it's harder, but only legato is harder. So he helps when, you know, so it's kind of it flows, and then it's more natural, and then, I don't know, just easier in a way. I mean, it's not easy to play, and it was doing that in 78, so, but you can see that it's not trying to create something completely complicated just to be complicated or to be hard. It's just like natural, and then then the guy can play that, you know, jumping and right, and what else? Let me think about the tapping, and of course which I'm very bad at. So I don't want to, you know, you guys are gonna laugh now, but I'm very bad on this. And then Van Halen was like the greatest doing. Getting the harmonics from the 5th, right? So right, those harmonics, but also from the 5th. I mean counting 5th frets and 7th frets, right? So this harmonic here and this one. So he would play that note. Right, and then we'll get this harmonics and running and jumping and getting the perfect harmonic, and yeah, that's great. And of course, the band, that he plays the 7th. That's the tonic, so the A is here, but he has to play a step down because he's bending the notes, right? So, and then if you play the actual note, the actual A here, actually is a 9th, is like step up. Very Van Halen as well. So bend, and then you play the actual note, but a step down, then the actual note's going to be a 9th. So, and then get the harmonics as well. and then it sounds pretty Van Halen. Uh, okay, the harmonic thing. Okay, yeah, the whammy bar dives. Yeah, of course, like this. Because remember, his guitar didn't have this. That sounds Steve Vai, because Steve Vai did this. I don't know if he has a specific name for the hole here, so it could go up. But Van Halen had like a strat, if I'm not wrong. But so it's always going down. So he had a lot of, right, always getting the sustain with the tremolo, because you play the note and then you do the harmonics. It might be that the note's gonna start dying, so or you have to play again the note, or if you want a longer sustained note, so you would help with the, stretching the string again with a tremolo, right? So this movement, it gets, the string, it gets back to life. So if you have, I don't know, something like that. I'm not, the the perfect guy to teach the Van Halen stuff, but. Yeah, I was blocked. The Floyd Rose was a Floyd Rose. It was not a Fender tremolo. Yeah, it was a Floyd Rose, but the Kramers didn't have this, hole here to go to the other side. So Steve Vai's Lion's Claw. All right, so there's a name. So what else? The harmonics again. So somebody asked me. I forgot who asked me. But anyways. So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets. So every note, if you count 5 frets, you will have. So G, right? So the 2 octaves, right? So this one, the 7th fret, right, is the 5th, and then the 5th fret is the 2nd octave, right? So if you play G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 octaves up, and 5, 6, 7, a 5th, right? Actually, an octave of the 5th. So then if you play any note, if you play that note, then it's gonna be sorry, I'm like so any note is like 5 frets or 7 frets, right? Because you're getting these harmonics here, and this one any place. And of course the 12th fret, this here. Same note. So the octave, this is easy to get, right? Because it sounds easier to get that sound. You see Steve Morse using a lot, and other guys as well. The 5th, that's hard for me. I should practice more. Yeah, cool. Yeah. All right, all right. Any question? Yeah, is exactly on top of the fret. Okay. If it's a little bit, if you uh, tap here in the mid, in between the frets, no sound. Has to be precisely there, because it's so short. If you it's a little bit off, you don't get the harmonic. You know, which is different when you're getting the octave. If you're a little bit off, you still get the harmonic. You know, because of the distance. When you have like a shorter distance, you have to be a little bit more precise. Well, quite precise. And then, I don't know, Van Halen was like perfection. I don't know if like he was always doing that, of course. So if you play the same thing all the time, you're gonna be like very precise. Maybe the tone, the guitar tone, maybe maybe the strings were higher. I don't know the action of the strings, because that helps too. You know, if it would be like a higher, higher action, it might help as well. Maybe the volume, playing very loud, so those harmonics they sound they come easier, and then real amps, tubes, all that probably helps, I guess. But of course the guy was a genius, so and a slight touch. Just let me read here the stuff. Cool. So let me know if this is helpful somehow for you guys. Let's put some solo. Let's find those things if you guys like the idea. I was just doing this before we started. The bridge pickup, yes, that helps too. Yeah, if you use the neck pickup, you're not gonna have the harmonics. Yeah. And what else? So have the, and then of course he was doing like this down picking for the, very Van Halen. A lot of people start doing only muted and kind of getting a little bit of harmonic. Those very Van Halen too. Only down picking, right? And then the up. So he figured out that if you do like up and down, the alternate picking that we talk a lot, it's a perfect technique to have, to play the scales. But if you want to get like different tones, sometimes you have to do like only up or only down. Well, Def Leppard, of course. And then everybody in the 80s, like everybody was like listening to him and trying to, and talk about. So let's see here. Let's put some solos if you guys don't mind. I was just listening. I was like,
oh man, I think that.
Look how cool is this? Yeah, I have this now. So the solo. I love this because I love this. I think it's half step down, I guess. So it's cool. He starts in the A, right? So the whole thing is the A, then D, G, and then he goes to the F sharp minor. So it's the relative minor of the A major, and then it gives it like a nice feeling. I like this. So has the you could explain this with the medians like that sound. So I don't know how if Van Halen was aware of the theory, but it probably he was like trying to get those crazy sounds, and then he noticed that, right, would work like a chord going in minor thirds, right? Anyways, so tremolo, pentatonic. So tremolo, pentatonic, and then the pick going up, right? As I said. I don't know how to play the solo, but trying to get the idea only. Here. Whatever. That I said. So. So like easy. Again, up to get that sound. And then like, because it's here. Pentatonic, so it's always like, pentatonic and then to the next pentatonic. You know, he probably was suffering with everybody complains like, I know the pentatonic here and I know the pentatonic here. What should I do in between? You know, I always get that question. So, so he found a way, and then started shredding the next pentatonic, and then he created the best solo ever. I love this solo. Back here. So here. Back to this pentatonic. And then he has a lot of double stops like this. You know. That's it. That's it, right? So if you look, yeah, let me know if you guys think Greg transport licks, yeah, and that's fun, so fun to understand. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. You know, I like listening. It's like, oh, that's what the guy's doing, and of course, it's better if you had the time and the patience to learn the entire solo. But it might be fine if you just do like this, you know. Yeah. Well, that was like a. It's a. He was so rock and roll. Right? Again. This kind of licks. It's not exactly this, but. I know. Or just whatever, you know, something like that. Now the right? But with style, of course. With style. You see? Then the up stroke. Pentatonic with a blue note. but it's not like, it's like with attitude, you know, making faces, you know, you have to. And then the, you know, the dynamics goes down. Then he relaxes probably with the volume, right? That's a, you know, legendary solo right there. Any other solos you guys want to discuss? Because so many, you know. But if you start listening to any solo has those elements, you know. So let me see. I'm just put here. Yeah, I'm just like this is cool because it. Yeah. He has this thing, this kind of weird, right? The solo from Beat It, yeah, right? Yeah, that's a short. This one is a short solo. Anyone and any suggestion? Beat It. So let's see here. Well, it's probably not in the Van Halen, so I have to put Beat It. It's gonna Beat It. The Beat It solo is interesting because it's kind of a flat. It's not like super super in tune. I don't know if like YouTube is gonna. We're playing all those songs, so like, and suddenly the YouTube is gonna, you know, put our live down or something. Yeah. It's kind of off. Isn't it? He does like this. Later he was doing all the time this. You know, something like that. I hope it wasn't a Guinness. I don't know, but again, he's doing this harmonics, the 5th and the 7th, right? Fret, which is the octave and the 5th, 2 octaves up, and a 5th 1 octave up. When you play 5 frets up from the note, so you can, right? I'm so bad at it. Yeah, then he gets harmonic. So it's more like a mean street. Well, anyways. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to learn the solos right now, but tremolo. I mean, if you listen to my solos, you're gonna always find a tremolo because I like, and I don't know. It's like it's an easy way out, and it sounds good and it's easy, you know, and then has some kind of has the energy, you know. So, and it's easy to do it and has the energy, and it's like a, you know, violins and, you know, doing the tremolo. I think it's cool, you know. Yeah, there's a mandolin. Well, the Beat It solo, I think, was improvised. I think the story, he just came to the studio and did the solo. But if you listen to, and you can see all his things. It's very natural. After a while, you know, I don't know when it was. That was like mid '80s, right? So he was already like playing for 5-6 years with maybe, you know, 5 albums or something like that, right? So yeah. All right, guys. We've been here like almost 1 hour talking about Van Halen. Let's go for a second question, or if you guys want to chat a little bit. Sorry about all the, I'm not I'm not sure about how to play the solos, but I wanted to show this thing that you listen and you try to grasp the idea, and then you try to play your way. It's gonna be very similar. I'm playing the tremolo. It sounds very similar to Van Halen, and then it's like the dystopia solo. This thing of doing like a melody going up, it always works, and then I think it comes from there. If sometimes when I listen to those solos that I didn't learn, but I was playing those songs so many times, and then I think it's just there. So like you start. But I remember like George Lynch also had a solo that kind of started the same way, but then you're really doing the same way. But you can do like start a solo going up, because you tell a story. You start to tell a story like going up. And then you start something else, and then you start to get excited, So it's like beats like that, if you think, right? It's like starts like. Then a lot of notes. Well, right? That's something that another lick that Van Halen he did a lot. It's like the E minor. Like with 3 notes. Then here. Right? Things like this. Anyways, yeah. Now just, if you have time tomorrow or today, just go and start listening to Van Halen and try to grasp. And then you're going to see all those elements everywhere, because that's the way he expressed himself in the guitar. What else? Let me think. Harmonics, bends. He had that thing of I think with him, it was the first time I was like the two-step bends. That's a cool thing, very Van Halen. So you're doing like. Right? So you do like one step, 2 steps. So like screaming to somebody, and then the person doesn't answer, and then it's like you scream like louder. So it's kind of, that's my feeling. Right? Randy Rhoads, but I don't know. He had that too. I don't know. Anyways, good. So let me know if this is good for you guys. If you're, I know it's not about practicing, but I think it's very important to, when you listen to other players, try to get I call this the assets, Actually, the ones, I don't know if somebody was in the guitar experience that I did, like 8 hours. I might do this month, maybe at the end of the month. I let you, I'll let you know. So like entire day like this, going through many things. But one of the things is to take notes of those ideas, because when you're improvising, probably you're not gonna remember. But if you have there in front of you like tremolo like Van Halen, and then you're like playing the pentatonic, suddenly you do like, even in the pentatonic, you're like, and then you do some kind of Even if you don't have the technique, you can incorporate that in your solo. So that I call like all those informations you can write down, you know, like the harmonics, the tapping, the little, and then you write down those ideas, and then of course from other guitar players, and then you start mixing them up, and then suddenly you have a lot of ideas for your improvisations, you know. Anyways, yeah, Steve Kennedy was there, yeah, cool, yeah, yeah, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. All right. Somebody mentioned like Yngwie Malmsteen. So if you do the same with Yngwie Malmsteen, you're gonna find those some arpeggios, some tricks, and if you learn my solos, you know, get the songbook and start learning, and you find a lot of similar phrases, but they come in a different context. So and then it's okay. Mainly when you're improvising, you always go to the same place. So then you have to listen to yourself and think a little bit, not to go to the same place all the time. But sometimes, you know, it happens, you know. So when I was doing the tabs for my new album, and then like I was like, oh, again this phrase, and maybe 3 or 4 times you can find a specific phrase there which I don't remember, and probably it's better not to play again. That the same phrase, kind of almost the same phrase happens, but in a different situations, so it doesn't sound the same. But then when you learn how to play, it's like, oh, again the same thing, you know, because that's the way your body moves, you know. So you move the same way, so you tend to do the same things. So if you get Steve Vai and get some stuff there, Van Halen, and then Malmsteen or Jeff Beck, and then you start mixing those ideas, and then like we're doing now, trying to copy, but not really like I need to play the jump solo, you know. You get the idea, and then you play your own way somehow. Cool. So let's go for the second question, and then because we're already 1 hour here. I'm talking too much. Yeah, I'm talk a lot. There's one question that I can answer this very fast. One question about the amplifier for my new album. So if I use the Kemper XFX, so funny enough, I use the EVH 3 for a lot of rhythms, and EVH 3, and a new one, and Bogner's. So I don't remember now, but most of the album, rhythms with the EVH, all the solos with the Ecstasy 20th anniversary. There's a Shiva as well. I got different Bogner's there. I got the Goldfinger, because I'm a friend of the Bogner, you know, Reinhold Bogner. So actually not that I don't own all those amps, but actually he lent me all the amps. The Goldfinger, Goldfinger, Shiva, Ecstasy, yeah, and the Uberschall. But actually I didn't use the Uberschall. Then we used the Van Halen, which is it's not the same, but for the rhythms. But plugins, I've been using a lot the Neuro GSP. I don't know if now I'm using the Pliny one. You guys know, right? Hopefully, you know. This one here. So that's what I use. It's amazing. It's the best. It's the best. You know. And then I have the Noli. I have several ones. You know, the guys are from Finland, so cool guys, yeah. Anyways, so that's my answer. Nice to have friends in some places, yeah. But the Bogner guy, well, the amplifier is great, you know, and yeah. Metal pick. he had the metal. I didn't know about these metal picks, but I don't know. I remember back a long time ago, I used to have some metal picks as well. I didn't know that he was using metal picks, to be honest. I don't think so, but he said so, right? So, anyways, I thought it was a thinner, normal guitar pick. That might explain some of the way the harmonics, that might explain. So it's like to get the right tone. If you have a metal pick, it's like a Brian May tone. It's very hard to get if you don't play with whatever the coin he uses. So there's another question. There's a lot of questions there, so it's hard to. But so the amp was I think was Laurent that asked. Misal asked about rhythms and riffs. I think that should be for another live like this, because that would take a long answer if I explain different examples and stuff like this. That was a question. Now I didn't write the name. That was a question about how to practice without the guitar, because we talked about in another situation, but we didn't finish, I guess. So are you guys cool with that? Let's talk about how to practice without the guitar a little bit again in the end of the live. But yeah. So practicing without the guitar. That's many things you can practice if you don't have the guitar. I forgot who asked that. And then, if you have to work the whole day and things like this, and then you don't have time to have the guitar in your hands. I have that's my guitar pick, yeah. So let me know if that's good. That's good. People, yeah, that's good. Perfect. So remember, you want to be a better musician. So it's not always about playing guitar, like the mechanical. Of course, we are here, Guitar Hacks, the course about practicing is a very specific. The seventh factor about the modes. So seventh factor about the modes, you can practice. If you want to memorize the shapes, you don't need the guitar. You can just think about the shapes and close your eyes, or just like be thinking and imagining the fretboard and playing. I can play the A Lydian, scale. Can be like, okay. So I think this is important, because you can think like A Lydian 5, 7, 9, 6, 7, 9. You just imagine, and then you can play. You can play some patterns if you want. You can change to Dorian. I can change to Phrygian. I can go to C Phrygian now. C Phrygian. You don't know. You cannot hear, but I can visualize, right? You can visualize A major triad in D strings. So 2nd fret, then 7th fret, 11th. So I can visualize that, right? So you can practice those kind of things, visualization, kind of imagining the fretboard, which is going to be harder than actually playing, because you don't have the fretboard. So I think it's even better, I did that a lot. When I have to practice a song, so I can listen to the song and I imagine myself playing. And then I don't listen to the song, and then I still hear the song, and because it's all there, it's all in your brain. So you can do that. That's one thing. You guys probably know, mentalize the whole thing, visualize. This is very important. That's one thing. You can practice, in anything. Let me get something. I don't know. What can I? Okay, I have this thing here. The pedal. All right. Well, let's get a book. A book. Everybody has a book. Otherwise, you guys are gonna say, I don't have a pedal with me. So maybe you have a book, a notebook or something, right? So you can practice. Why not? Closer to the mic. So I can practice like permutation. That's not ideal, of course. It's better to have the guitar, but why not? I think we talked about this already. So I can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. Right? Or you can play those exercises like this. Right? I learned that from my piano teacher. She was like doing, oh, do this. Because then you can play with 5 fingers, of course. You know? So, like, it doesn't need to be fast. Just to have some kind of a coordination. You know? Yeah, or only the right, because the piano you would need to, you know. But here, that's what I would do. And what else? And then, of course, you can do the scales. You can imagine if you want to have any kind of surface and then play the scale. I can play the G. Mainly for the ones that complain about having this moving too much, the pinky, you know. So you can fix the pinky and that's hard. Performance coaches say visualization made people perform better. Yeah, you see, like the sports guy, you know, who said that? Like Michael Phelps, I guess. He has that thing that he visualized the winning, you know. It's not a competition, but you can visualize playing right, which is very hard. Just try it. Learn a solo, like a jump solo or, you know, Panama solo, and try to visualize yourself playing perfectly. It's very hard because you're not able, because it's all here in the brain. It's not the, you know, a little bit for the muscles as well, but it's mainly the coordination and then the brain is telling you what to do. So yeah, so you can do like look, I'm gonna play like my arpeggios here. Right, so again, the pinky there, I can hold the pinky here and then play only the fix 2 fingers and move this and this, right? So you can create your own exercises. I was always imagining myself playing like Kiko, but I still suck. All right. Steve Vai is really into visualization. I think the more you tour, you know, because when you're on tour, you know, sometimes the guitar is in the truck. You know, I was like, oh, I forgot to get the guitar, and then you have to have your hotel guitar, because the guitar for the show, you know, you finish the show, and you go to the dressing room, and then half hour later, the crew already packed the whole thing, and the cases are they're all inside the truck, and you said like, oh, I forgot to tell the guitar tech that tomorrow we have 2 days off, and then I'm gonna have 2 days off without the guitar because I forgot to tell the guitar tech, you know, that happens, and then you just stay 2 days without a guitar, and then you have a concert. And then you have to be like there, awesome, playing the whole thing. And yeah, that sucks. So you have to remember to have a hotel guitar that is always with you. You know, a gig bag, easy, like everybody else, because the vault with several guitars in a truck somewhere. And then it's going to the next venue. It's not going to the hotel. It's going to the next venue. And then the truck drivers, there's staying in different hotels, they're staying in different places, different routes, whatever. You will see your guitar just on the sound check of the next show. So I think because of, I'm saying that because Steve Vai, somebody mentioned Steve Vai. So I think the more you tour, you realize that you have to be very effective on the time you have with the guitar, because believe it or not, you're not going to have the guitar in your hands, and you're probably going to have other things to do. And then you're traveling, and then you're meeting people, and sometimes you're just tired to be like getting the guitar and playing where in the airport lounge. You don't have the energy. You need to be in a nice environment, and mainly when you're, um, you know, after playing many years. So then in a lounge hotel, in a airport lounge or in a tour bus or something, you might do some finger exercises like this. You try to think about the song that you have to learn, things like this. Or, that's I do a lot, have an acoustic guitar or something easier to carry that's always with you, and then you get ideas, use that time to compose something, yeah. How do you bring a guitar on a plane? You just take it, and then, yeah. Sometimes you have some problems, but nowadays I check in my guitar. I don't like carrying my guitar. I'm too old for that. I Before I was like, okay, I'm carrying the guitar because I'm afraid of that somebody's gonna break my guitar. That was a phase. Then there was a phase that I'm carrying my guitar because I don't want to pay the extra bag, or the band, like you're traveling, and then you want to save the money of the extra bags because you have the merchandising, the backdrop, and a lot of. And so if you can carry one volume, then you carry. Everybody's carrying the guitar to save some money. That's another phase. And then now I'm too old like, I don't want to be carrying the guitar in the airport, an extra thing in my back. No, like, just want to, with this like small bag, a roller, little, Samsonite. Well, what can I say? That's reality. The airport too big, and when you travel too much, like, then you like forget about it. No, no, no. Let me read some stuff. I think you guys we're good for this live here, right? So I'm doing this live every month. I might do some other live. I'm back to this place and everything is working. So I might do some lives on my YouTube channel as well. But of course there is a mess because there's a lot of people. Here's a little bit more, and intimate. Let me see. Is it too large? What is it too large? I'm lost. Like a proper rock star, exactly. I don't carry anything, exactly. Well, when you fly to Nashville, there's a lot of people with the guitar in the airplane. I mean, I'm not carrying like a super expensive. I mean, those guitars are expensive. I mean, they're like $3,000, $4,000, expensive, but they're not unique, And but even if they are, I remember I have a custom one that is in the video that is like the playthroughs, and is a custom made from Ibanez, and then the guitar disappeared. Yeah, but they found the guitar later after I sent the message to the company, and then they found the guitar. What about the 8 hours day? Oh yeah, so I wanted to do it, but now it's already October, like 10th. But my idea would be maybe last weekend of October would be good, right? Yeah, let's see if I can do this week, like put it all together. I mean, for me, it's not a big deal. It's just like to announce and put everybody together and spend a day. I like, we are here 1 hour, and for me, it feels like we're just starting. Only about the Van Halen was 1 hour. Imagine if you do like few guitar players and or modes and rhythms and technique and harmony and many things. Composition. All right, guys. These are great. This is great. Perfect. So yeah, I let you guys know about probably I have to take a look, but probably like the last week of October, I guess, maybe Sunday or Saturday, maybe Saturday. Yeah, they found the guitar. They found that guitar. Was a guitar in a keyboard, a Nord keyboard, like small one, and then his guitar disappeared, and then I was calling the airline like several times. It's like, oh, this is bullshit. So then I called Ibanez, and I think the Megadeth guys, and then I that always works. Now that's what I do. Then I send a direct message to the social media company, in the social media of the company. I'm not saying the company because I promised them if they find I would never tell the airline. Was not an American airline. I mean, not any of the American airlines, and was an European airline. And then I said, like, look, here, like, that's me, Megadeth socials, Ibanez socials. You do the math, put it all together, and we're gonna splash the news that this company sucks. and then it was funny. Like they answered like in a few hours, and then they found the guitar like maybe in 6 hours. Yeah, and then I was like maybe 2 days calling the whatever customer service, waiting. How it goes. Like wait, I was like, I can't believe people like sending me to different numbers. They don't care. Have to have specific papers and all the bullshit from the airport. And then social media, a few hours later, oh, the guitar is here. You want to come and do you want us to take to you? And then they gave me like some, and then I was flying I was coming back, so they gave me like a lot of extra stuff, like extra bags and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyways, okay, I'm talking too much. All right, guys. Time to practice. Right. Making it on a weekend. I will do it on a weekend. Probably Saturdays. What is better, Saturday or Sunday? If I do like a full day, starting in the morning, is it better Saturday? Waiting for the answer. If it's Saturday or Sunday to do this full day guitar experience. That's why Sunday is better. Either. Okay. Saturday. Oh, it does make me confused. I like Sundays. One Saturday, one Sunday, one Saturday, one Sunday. I need help. Saturday's better. Sunday, 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 Sunday. Okay. Sunday. Oh yeah. Sunday's winning. Well, I remember last time we did some. I was like, I was like 3 a.m. or something, 3 a.m. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's right. Maybe Saturday is better because then the next day is Sunday, so it's good for everybody. But everybody likes Sunday. Okay, send us a survey. You go. Okay, 2 days then. We do Saturday and Sunday. Open a course on jazz guitar now. I don't wanna. I could do some Brazilian harmony stuff, But yeah, maybe not. I prefer talking about jazz or other harmonies and how to apply those we would call jazz, more sophisticated harmonies, how to get those ideas and apply to rock. That I feel that I'm more That's more my thing than to say like, here's the jazz. Of course, I studied and practiced jazz, but I don't feel like I'm the jazz player to, that would sound a bit, pretentious. We can talk a lot about jazz, but more like, okay, let's get this, I don't know, like, I don't know, Night Dreamer or, um, Dolphin Dance, Herbie Hancock, or get those harmony and how can you get those things and apply into rock and create a cool progressive song that has a lot of elements, You get Anna Maria from Wind Shorter and then get those chords and those modulations and use, in any song, Then you can play jazz, rock, metal, and then you use those elements, from jazz, from Brazilian bossa nova or other stuff. That I feel that I more capable of doing, and that's more fun as well. And what else? Yeah, and then of course in the guitar experience, that's a good thing to talk about, and how to explore those harmonies, more sophisticated harmonies, and apply for real, and not like because a lot of people like jazz or maybe want to understand a little bit, but doesn't mean that they want to be like playing the jazz, And yeah, how to incorporate other elements into your own music. And if you want to do like an intro that sounds like jazz, you're able to, but not necessarily has to sound like jazz, and you have to have a hollow body and all that. Yeah, that more like a Brazilian harmony. I think that's a lot of it's similar to jazz, but it's not, and then and it has a lot of beauty there too. All right, guys, thank you very much, and let me say goodbye to the. I'm recording this. Just always good to say. So I'm gonna upload if you guys wanna watch this again, and of course for the ones that couldn't be here tonight. And of course, I'm always saving. And if you want to watch the other ones, please do. And there's a lot of cool stuff in the other lives. I hope this was helpful for you guys, doing more of this Van Halen live. And yeah, so see you in another live like this next month. And maybe the guitar, maybe no, I will do it, guitar experience. And yeah, and see you in the videos practice, and see you guys. Thank you very much, and have a great Sunday. I'm gonna stop and stream now. Bye bye.